And just one more for me just here. Fantastic. And just one for me again.
Hello guys, welcome back to TFD. And listen, this one right here is wild as hell, in the best way. While everybody online is stressing over CBA news, contracts, and league drama like a bunch of loudmouth complainers, Caitlyn Clark is doing the exact opposite. She's overseas, unbothered as hell, living her best damn life. News broke early this morning that CC is currently out of the country, tapped in with Fashion Week, and honestly, you love to see it. For this one, we gotta go all the way to Prada. Yeah, we go in there. Let's get it. Photos started popping up online showing Caitlyn Clark at the Milan Fashion Week, specifically the Prada Fall/Winter 2027 show. And let me tell you, she didn't just show up, she showed out. Suited and booted, front row, looking every bit like the star she is. Yes, that Prada. The same Prada that dressed Caitlyn Clark for the 2024 WNBA draft is now flying her out to Italy during the offseason for front row energy at one of the most exclusive shows in all of fashion. And let's be clear, this isn't just a glow up. This is a statement, period. Let's start with the arrival. Caitlyn pulled up to the Fondazione Prada in Milan, looking every bit like an MVP, on and off the court. The cameras were already locked in. Street-style photographers lined the sidewalks, lenses ready, waiting like vultures. And the second she stepped out, yeah, it was main character energy immediately. The fit was sporty chic perfection. She went with a cropped, striped polo, and let's be real, that sporty stripe trend is everywhere right now. She paired it with high-waisted tailored trousers, clean lines, perfectly structured, cinched with a sleek Prada belt that tied the whole look together like damn magic. On top, she layered a draped wool overcoat that gave effortless European polish, one of those pieces that instantly elevates everything underneath without screaming for attention. Then came the details. Because that's where luxury really lives, damn it. Pointed toe Prada heels, a structured small top-handle Prada bag, and those innovative product pumps with elastic sides, somehow architectural and comfortable at the same time, which is honestly a power move for a long fashion show day. Nothing about the outfit felt forced. Nothing felt overstyled. It was confident, clean, controlled. Cold as hell. The entire look blended her athletic roots with high fashion sophistication. It said, I dominate the court and the front row. Loud as hell. And if you've been paying attention, this didn't come out of nowhere. Ever since that viral Prada draft night moment, her fashion game has been leveling up like crazy. The tunnel fits during the WNBA season, the off-duty looks, the polish. Her stylist has clearly been locked in. Every appearance now feels intentional, like she's building a brand, not just wearing clothes. Fans noticed immediately. On X, people were spiraling like maniacs. One post read, "Finally leaving the country and doing something fun." Another said, "Caitlyn Clark international era unlocked." And honestly, that's exactly what this feels like. But let's get to the best part, who she was sitting with. Because that front row was stacked as hell. Caitlyn was seated next to Olympic freestyle skiing superstar and fashion it girl Eileen Gu and global influencer Charli D'Amelio. Just pause on that trio for a second. Basketball, winter sports, digital media. 3 completely different lanes all intersecting at Prada in Milan. That's a cultural crossover moment, damn it. They even posted a selfie together, the kind that instantly breaks timelines and pisses people off. 3 powerhouse women, each dominant in her own space, meeting in one luxury fashion setting. It was giving global female dominance. Eileen, fresh off maintaining her status as one of the most marketable Olympic athletes in the world. Charli, who turned TikTok fame into a full-blown empire. And Caitlyn, the face of a new WNBA era. The internet immediately labeled it a sports queens unite moment, and they weren't wrong. And it didn't stop there. Thai actor and Prada favorite Pawn Naravit was seated nearby, adding even more international energy to that row. This wasn't just an American sports star showing up at Fashion Week. This was global star power sitting shoulder to shoulder. And this is what Prada does better than almost anyone. They mix athletes, actors, musicians, and digital creators into one curated aesthetic universe. Caitlyn didn't look out of place for a second, and that matters, damn it. Historically, women's athletes haven't always been centered in luxury fashion spaces like this. Yes, there have been icons before, but this feels different. Caitlyn isn't just attending, she's being positioned. And Prada isn't random. This is the house co-led creatively by Miuccia Prada and Raf Simons, a brand known for intellectual design, subtle rebellion, and casting people who represent cultural movement. So her being there, that's strategic as hell. The fall/winter 2026-2027 collection itself carried that signature Prada energy. Tailored silhouettes with unexpected fabric choices, classic shapes with slightly unsettling proportions, quiet but bold. But let's be honest, the front row was competing for attention. Photographers were bouncing between runway looks and Caitlyn's reactions like crazy. Getty images started circulating almost instantly. Fashion accounts reposted, sports pages reposted, fan pages reposted. Fashion Twitter and sports Twitter were suddenly speaking the same damn language. And that crossover matters. Caitlyn is coming off a historic rookie season in the WNBA. She's already one of the most talked about names in the sport. And instead of disappearing quietly into the offseason, she's expanding her brand globally like a boss. That's how you build longevity, period. This isn't just about looking good at a fashion show. It's about positioning, luxury alignment, international visibility. It's about showing that women's sports stars belong in every room, arenas, endorsement boardrooms, and Milan front rows. Think about it. The same player draining logo threes and sold-out arenas is now front row at one of the biggest houses in fashion. That's crossover power brands dream about. Prada clearly sees it. They dressed her on draft night, now they're flying her across the world. That's not a one-off, that's relationship building, damn it. And fans see it too. The comments say it all. Face of the league, fashion girl era. This is how you market a superstar. Even people who don't follow basketball were asking, wait, who is she? That's the goal. New audiences, bigger rooms. And maybe the most important part? She looked completely natural doing it. No awkwardness, no hesitation, just confidence. And that confidence? It signals something much bigger for women's sports going forward. In the ruthless, multi-billion-dollar arena of professional sports business, there are two very different ways to communicate massive, unshakable leverage. The first way is loud. It's aggressive as hell. It's sitting across a polished mahogany negotiating table, raising your voice, waving spreadsheets like a madman, screaming about television ratings, ticket sales, and merchandise numbers like a desperate clown in a desperate attempt to prove your worth to billionaires who already control the damn system. The second way is far more dangerous, far more intimidating, and infinitely more terrifying to ownership. It's absolute, deafening silence. When a superstar possesses real leverage, undeniable leverage, they don't issue frantic press releases, they don't flood social media with vague threats, they don't posture about strikes like scared little kids, they simply step outside the ecosystem entirely, attach themselves to global power structures that dwarf the league itself, and remind everyone that they are bigger than the business that technically employs them. That is exactly what Caitlyn Clark is doing right now. At this very moment, the WNBA is paralyzed by one of the most catastrophic labor disputes in league history. Roughly 80% of the workforce is technically unemployed. Yeah, unemployed. Let that shit sink in. The 2026 season is hanging by a thread. Owners and union executives are locked in a high-stakes standoff that could lead to cancellation, financial collapse, and long-term damage to the league's credibility. And where is the most valuable asset in the history of women's sports? She's not in a boardroom. She's not on a Zoom call with union leadership. She's not begging anyone for concessions like some broke-ass role player. She's sitting front row at Prada during Milan Fashion Week, surrounded by global fashion elites, silently delivering the most devastating message imaginable to both ownership and veteran players who desperately need her to survive. Welcome to the breakdown. To understand how brutal this silent leverage play really is, you have to look at the contrast. On one side, you have the veteran establishment inside the players' union fighting an existential battle. They're demanding 27.5% of league revenue. They're pushing for year-round housing benefits. They are terrified, rightfully so, that if the collective bargaining agreement collapses, they instantly lose health insurance, minimum salaries, and relevance in a modern sports economy that moves fast and forgets faster. They're trapped inside the WNBA fishbowl. Their income, exposure, and stability are entirely dependent on league operations continuing without interruption. Now, look at Caitlyn Clark. She is completely detached from the panic, completely unbothered by the chaos, and that should scare the hell out of everyone involved. Clark has already built a self-sustaining, multi-million-dollar corporate empire that does not require a WNBA paycheck to function. She doesn't need the league. The league needs her. She has a massive signature shoe deal with Nike. She has high-profile equity partnerships with Gatorade and State Farm. She is operating not as an athlete waiting on labor negotiations, but as an independent, multinational brand. Let this sink in. If the owners lock the doors tomorrow and cancel the entire 2026 season, the majority of WNBA players face immediate financial distress. Endorsements dry up, visibility disappears, careers stall. Caitlyn Clark, meanwhile, would simply continue traveling the world, shooting national commercials, attending elite global events, and collecting millions while her brand grows even larger. Her presence in Milan during the most critical week of labor negotiations is not accidental. It's strategic silence. By sitting front row at a Prada Fashion Show in Italy, Clark is holding up a mirror to the league and forcing everyone to confront an uncomfortable truth. She is the product. She is the ratings. She is the sold-out arenas. She is the reason a reported $2.2 billion media rights deal even exists. And she's perfectly willing to wait. She doesn't need a $75,000 base salary. Ownership needs her on the court to justify their valuations, their media contracts, and their long-term projections. At the same time, she's delivering an equally brutal message to veteran players who spent the last year minimizing her impact. You are negotiating over the crumbs of an economic pie that she fundamentally expanded. Do not pretend the leverage is evenly distributed when the revenue follows one damn name. This is why ownership has stopped playing nice. They know global audiences are waiting for Caitlyn Clark's sophomore season. Networks want inventory, sponsors want activation, but instead of immediately caving to union demands, the owners have chosen one of the coldest strategies in labor history: pressure through uncertainty. And according to Alexa Philippou, the ultimatum now sitting on the table makes one thing clear: the 2026 season is officially being held hostage. This isn't chaos, it's calculated. And Caitlyn Clark, without saying a single word, is standing at the center of it all. Get down in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts about this one. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Get down in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts about this one. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
Looking at me, tell me, what do you see? Yes, I am boy. I fantasize about it all the time. You are my I'm the shit.
Fantastic.
Oh, for me, for my.
How are you? Grazie.
Sitting next to, oh my gosh, Eileen Gu, Caitlyn, Clark, Maud Attal. I feel great, I think. I don't know. There's a lot going on. I'm kind of nervous. I'm so excited to see the show. Every single collection, we come to the same space, but it's decorated completely differently every time. It is beautiful in here. Life's good, life's great. Mwah. So come here often, or like, I've never been here this early. I don't know what to do with myself.
Maybe we just sit. Well, how are you?
And then